Hi guys, welcome back to your next YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the roles. There are 5 roles in the game. When you are playing as a team, you have to choose the roles and do the job as the roles. So we are going to talk about what are the 5 roles and what do they have to do. What do they have to do for the games, for the teams. So let's stick with us and let's talk about the what are the roles and what they have to do. This is the basic things and we are going to deeper later, but this is the basic instruction of the roles. So stick with us and learn. uh, First lane, we are going to talk about the safe laner. Safe laner earlier game doesn't go for the harassing or damage into the enemy heroes because he needs farm. Safe lane is easy to kill. Is safe lane is easy to kill, so sometimes easy to kill, but it's depend. But earlier game, safe lane will damaging and healing items. Yeah, healing items for the starting games and go for the last seat and deny. Then sometimes deny also last seat. Collect experience. He is collecting experience and gold, stacking, getting stack and jungling and also coming back to the lane and go take last seat. That's the safe lane is do. Safe lane needs to get farm for the late game items. He needs to build items, durable items and damage items also. So first, in the earlier game, start games, he needs to farm. He needs to get last hit. For get last hit, supporter needs to help him to get last hit. And supporter sometimes pull in the creep and bring the enemy creeps to the near the towers, and that's easy to get last hit also. And pull in the creep also is it's good for the uh, for the support for the safe laner. It's because it's saving times to stack to get the stack and go for the jungle and collect the jungle last its jungle gold. So it's actually it's a good one. Uh, Pull in the creep and make creating stacks, natural stacks also is good. And bring the enemy hero to the tower, near the tower is also help to get the last hit. So whatever they do, whatever do, safe laner is last hit and build items. Go for the damage item for the late games. That's the main thing. He needs to build items, durable, sometimes durable items, and also sometimes go for the little bit difficult. It's up to the game. So he needs farmer and get last hit as like safe mid laner. That's the safe laner's role. Next lane we are going to talk about the mid lane. Mid lane hero is the fastest level up hero and fastest building items build. So if he fail, game will be fail. Maybe yeah, there is a chance to fail the game, but if he success, there is a chance to win the game. So as I told you, the fastest building items and fastest XP level up hero is the game is mid laner. So mid laner is level up and building items as soon as possible. They the mid laner comes level 6 or level 7. Uh, when he got a chance to get a kill from the other lanes, he just go there, the get the kill and return to the mid lane. So that's the way he try to get kill and farm. Yeah, and also the getting last hit from the lane and jungle side jungle. Yeah, and like that he needs to farm farm and building items, fastest building items he needs. Yeah, he needs fastest building items, and he try to he try to fail the enemy mid lane. If enemy mid lane fails, then they got the allies they got a very advantage of the winning that game. So mid lane is actually earning learn to get last hit and experience and denies. He if he good at with that, he easily can win the mid lane. So he must be go for the building items, damage items, and durable items, and sort of surviving items, and also he needs to get last hit and denies and fail the mid lane the enemy hero. So he's also going for the damage. He is not a tanker. Mid lane is not a tanker. He just damaging the people, heroes, and harassing like that. That's the mid laner. Got the mid lane. There is so much more things about mid laner. Just basic things that is. So that's about the mid lane. Next lane we are going to talk about the off laner. The offlane is the one who should build the items for the tanking items, and oh yeah, he needs also last hit. He needs to get last hit to build items for the team items and surviving items, tanking items. He's the one who go the front lane when starting the battle. So when starting the battle, he should start the battle, not the other guys. He should start the battle and he enter in the battle and collecting all enemies together, and while safe lane and mid lane damage to the enemy heroes. So that's the way. If he successful, if he survive more than the other lane's tank, game will be the fight will be at the fight will be the fight will be what is the meaning of fight will be win. Yeah, the that's the profitable fight. Otherwise it's useless, because when you're fighting you have to be profitable, otherwise it's not worth. No, you have to be make it worth. So build tanking items, surviving items. If there are more magical damage, go for the pipe. If there is a physical damage, go for the vanguard. Yeah, something like that. So he should need to help. He needs to help from the supporter. The fourth person for supporter needs to help him, and with person for supporter, with help of the person for supporter, he needs to get last hit and denies and connecting experience. And so also he go for the jungle enemy jungle ho team jungle. It's okay, no problem, but he needs to get the last hit and collect goals from the last hit for the building items. As soon as get the building items and everything, the team will be team will be good. There is a chance to win the game. So that's the off laner, off laner has to be get those things. So next question we are going to talk about the soft supporter same. So soft supporter is earlier game he helped to the lane core player to get the last hit, harassing the enemy heroes and pulling the creeps for getting the enemy creeps near the towers to that will be help to get the last hit easily. So he needs to get the vision of the vision. He needs to uh, provide the vision to the core heroes that will be help to get the stay safe, that will be help to stay safe from the in the lane. That will it's a good staying alive without getting killed and losing the goal. So that's one of the things, and he helps to harassing the enemy supporter in the lane and enemy co-player in the lane. Most times the time enemy supporter shoots damage to the enemy supporter soft supporter. So soft supporter is that kind of job he has to do. Then after the mid game of the whole mid game, he has to build some items to the game. It's depending on the game situation, he needs to get sometimes Ewell, sometimes Rod. I don't know, it's up to the game. So earlier game he needs to get he needs to support the co-players. The mid game he needs to build some items, not damage items, team items, surviving items, mana items, health items sometimes. Yeah, so that's the soft supporter. Next later we are going to talk about the supporter, hard supporter. Hard supporter is he has to do early game of the help him to the co-player. It means safe laner. He has to help to the safe laner to get experience and last hit. Pull in the creeps, bring the enemy hero near to the tower, and it's easy to get the last hit to the co-players. And also heal, making health, keeping him maximum health as he can, providing the healing slave and tangos also, and sometimes clarity also he has to provide, keeping him full mana and health, as also the providing the vision of the jungle, using words, and also he has to make sure the jungle creeps, they didn't the offlaner didn't take the their jungle, and he has to secure the jungle also. Jungle means the near the jungle creep camp, nature camp also needs to secure. It will help to reduce the level up the offlaner of the enemy heroes, and it's a help to the allies safe laner to get the more last hit and more experience using getting the kill the nature creep, killing the nature creep, and also stacking. Stacks also the good. Stack is also bring double the nature camp, and it's good for the enemy allies safe laner. It's get to the more last hit and more damage, and that's mostly like your soft supporters and supporters help to the core players to get last hit and denies and more experience. And also if there is enemy ambush and the enemy trying to attack the allies heroes, they exactly should teleport to the near the tower and help them to not to get the kill, not to kill of the allies hero, and try to get the kill of their enemy heroes. But he has to those supporters has to secure the uh, core players. That's the earlier game, and the mid game they has to he has to hard supporter has to bring the visuals and buying sword to get go for the fight, and also providing the visions and sometimes healing. Most of the time he has to bring the visions and everything. Vision, sword, dust, bring the dust, because from the dust the enemy invisible hero can see near the area, near those area. So providing and destroying the enemy observer, then sensitive word also, so his responsibility. So that's the thing. He's not going for the items. If he can, it's no problem, but mainly thing has to help to the team from the vision and everything, vision, so dust, and pulling the creep camp, and making the stack. That's the thing. Yeah, he has to help from those things. That's the hard supporter. So that's all about the roles, basic things about the roles. So I think you got something about the roles, and you learn something from this one. So it's good for you, and we will talk about those things a little bit deeper in the later videos. So stay with us and learn and everything about function and everything about the Dota we will going to talk about. So stay tuned and play games and enjoy the Dota 2. Winning and losing both are equal. Winning also, and sometimes we have to lose. And when you lose, just what is the find out the what is the mistake, and do something for the mistake. Don't do that again, the mistakes. So I think that's all for this video. Enjoy. See you next video. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.